And welcome to ANB Bronze 7, Day 7. Not long to go, just 3 more videos after this one and we're there. Our starting position, we reached champion level 1777 yesterday. I'd like to get that up into the 1900s today. We collected at the end of the day yesterday with a particularly bad run of Troll 100, 3 200% EXP boosters and 3 200% currency boosters. I'll probably get through all of these tonight, and maybe one of those. On the skills front, we are synergy level 164. This paradox and blink is going to be 6 runs of Troll 90 to get to complete the upgrade. Then I will still have Singularity and Mage Armor to get to level 9, so that's another 12 runs of Troll 90. And after that, that would mean 12 skills still to get from 9 to 10 if we want to get 180 synergy, the maximum. So that is 6 batches at 24 runs of Troll 90 would be 144. Yes, 144 runs of Troll 90. If that's at 1 minute per trial, then that's 2 hours and 22 minutes to complete. I might at some stage drop back to trial 80, and that will speed up getting those skills upgraded, and then we'll start, once all the skills are upgraded, I can start running Troll 100 plus to try and push this champion level up to the 2000 mark. We'll be into the 1900s by the time we're in position of all the skills being upgraded. If I drop back to 80 for a bit, I don't want to do more than half an hour at 80. What else were we doing today? Today is going to start with crafting our push gear. Now the way that the crafting works, particularly on ANB characters, where am I looking? Not there. I've gone completely blank as to where our crafting level sits. And brain freeze over on craft. I can see the perks here. We've got Master Crafter. I'm crafting level 50, so I have a 50% chance to gain an extra item level, and it applies multiple times. With new characters, which ANB character is, there's certain bad luck code that comes into play, which basically means when you're crafting, let's say, unique items or set items or named items. In the weapons we've got some, they're going to come under unique as well. When you're crafting those, essentially you have a 1 in 64 chance of getting a level 77 or a 1 in 64 chance of getting a level 71. Half your crafts are going to be 72s. This is in a batch of 64, so we're going to get out of a batch of 64 32 72s, 16 73s, 8 74s, 4 75s, 2 76s, 1 77 and 1 71. When I crafted my EXP set, the 71's already come out, so I don't have to worry about that for a while. Level 77 item is probably going to be quite a few crafts away still. I'm 16 crafts in. I usually keep a note, countdown of how many of each level item is left in a batch, because the crafting process tends to like to keep everything in a sort of balanced sequence curve type thing. So I'm predicting for the remaining 48 crafts in this first batch, 24 72s, 12 73s, 6 74s, 3 75s, 2 76s and a 77. And if I notice that things are starting to look a bit top heavy in the numbers, so we're starting to get a few, the number of 72s and 73s are starting to get lower. If I'm after particularly a weapon that I want at a higher tier, then I usually switch to start crafting weapons at that stage. At the moment it's quite evenly balanced, so I'm going to just craft quickly some gloves.
Going there.
And then I won't bore you with the whole crafting of this set because that will be utterly tedious. So we're going with a Fire Lily push set. So I will want haste, ability rate, power, and I'm going to go with vitality as the last stat. And I'll stick with crafting these until I get at least a 74. So we've got a 72 there, so we'll craft another. There's 73, so we've got 11 of those left. And there's a 74, so we'll be keeping those, and then I'll just be repeating that process for all the other items. So we'll meet back here once I've crafted the push set and I'll show you what I've made. And we're back, relieved of 5 million gold. I said we had more than enough. And we've got through quite a lot of our materials. I've converted all my lesser essences and essences up into greater essence of shadow, simply because the Fire Lily build requires a lot of fire essence shadows for power and ability rate. 2 77s came out relatively quickly with regards to the second batch of 64, so I've got nowhere near through clearing a second batch of 64. There is another 76 available, but I'm happy enough with the set that has been crafted that we're going to stick with that for push. So what we have: helm, haste, ability rate, power, vitality. It's going to be fairly standard across the board. Osmosis enchantment placed on it. Necklace, power, ability rate, haste, life on hit with a power enchantment. I'm expecting, because I've only got one vortex, I'm expecting on bosses like Elben to be standing toe to toe, and I really want to be able to heal through his hits. He does hit quite soft up close. As long as I avoid his damage over time, then should be able to stand toe to toe with him. On the shoulders, which I accidentally crafted in the earlier clip when I was aiming to do gloves, but never mind. Again, this is a fairly standard stat that you'll be seeing: haste, ability rate, power, vitality, and I've added 100 power as an enchantment. Chest, haste, ability rate, power, vitality, and more life on hit, because hey, that's great. Cape, same stats, 50 power. Fire Lily, we drop power for frost damage. Talisman of Power, again it's frost damage instead of power. Our regular arm guards. I didn't realise I had life on hit here as well. Gonna have too much probably. We've added armour, so I dropped power for life on hit on those. What was I thinking at the time? It's a good job I haven't opened the last ring then. Frostfire Sash, haste ability rate, frost damage, vitality. Pants, haste ability rate. The power of frost is this time movement speed. And we have a plus movement speed. Enchantment. We've got 77 boots. Haste ability rate, movement speed, vitality. Again with movement speed, enchantments. So this pain in the backside, which I ignored my own rule of crafting epics for Bracer of Masteries. This was 30 crafts until I saw a frost beam, which is an awful lot of materials, the bulk of the gold for a single item. It's terrible design and I hope they change it soon. But yep, so level 74 Bracer, still decent level then to get a frost beam on. Ring, power ability rate, haste, life on hit, and I've added power. This one I won't open until I've equipped everything else and properly seen what my life on hit looks like. That may well get a vitality, but the other stats will be power ability rate and haste. There's a enchantment for 100 power to go on it when it's here. 76 Igneous, where we got really lucky and rolled perfect damage for a level 76, so we've actually got a decent 76 here. Oh my word, more life on hit. I really wasn't thinking when I was crafting. Okay. Vitality. I don't even need to look. I know I've got more than enough life on hit. And power on that. And finally the Glacis Tempestus, haste ability rate, power, vitality. And we've got the obfuscation, so reduced damage from distance. On the staff we've got the Slayer enchantment, so chance to increase damage to elites and bosses for 100% for 5 seconds. So push gear's all done. We've actually still got a decent number of gemstones, so I'm not going to bother using any currency boosters now in my trials. So the 3 that we do have sitting here can be used for a bit of gold farming after we've done our push, because I think once I've hit around 150 that's going to be that, and then there's still going to be a load of time on the clock, so gold farm it is, and we may well run a bit further into the story and have a look at some of the World 4 gold farming maps as well, see how they behave. We've got a Celestial Transform. Let's use this one on the Tome. So now we've got 2 vitality stats. When we run Troll 110 and get a second one, that will go on the boots. That's going to end up with 2 vitality stats as well. We're going to have loads of health on this character. If I find it feels a bit squishy, I've got plenty of diamonds to socket. I think basically diamonds and rubies are what's going to be going into the sockets on these. Certainly rubies early on. Whether I need to replace some of those for diamonds as we get into the high 140s, we'll see. Certainly could go rubies all the way on Garm at least. So what I'm going to do now is use the 3 greater experience boosts that we've got. I'm going to run Troll 90 for about half hour. I'll see how that's looking for our skill upgrades. If I think things need to move along a bit quicker on those, I'll drop down to 80. which should be nearly half the time as a trial 90. And once I've got the skills where I want them to be, then I'll possibly jump up to 100 and abandon, or I'll do a test as well, which I might drop a clip in later with Frostbeam and the Frostbeam bracer that dropped, and see how they work, because we may be able to run 105 with boss kills in a decent time as well. Not that we need any more materials, we're done with crafting, which is nice. Although thinking about it, I've still got a 76 to come out and I've not been happy with this staff. Do I spend some time crafting that? I'll have to think about that, but in the meantime we shall reconvene once some farming's been done. Hello, you rejoin us. I've got a lot of farming still to do tonight for the XP. I did in the end craft a level 76 EXP staff, just because I was so fed up with the old one being so terrible. I've also, for my EXP jewellery, crafted plus power onto those. So what I thought, and I haven't run this yet, is let's see what it's like on 95. With 90, we're averaging about 2.6 champion levels per run. So if 95 is still coming in at a minute, it's going to be slightly better than 90. So let's go on that journey together.
Kill the summoner. Fly. Take it, they have a healer.
$109.
Indeed.
And how was that? 4. That's definitely better experience at a cost of about 15 seconds. I think 95 for farming for now. On the skills front, the last 2 skills that I'll be using in push are upgrading, so 23 more troll 95s. That'll get synergy 170. I'm at the opinion at the moment that once I hit that, I'm going to start looking at troll 100 plus, but abandoning once the boss spawns. So we'll meet back again later. And we're back. I'm sorry this one's looking like another long video. On the skills front, we've just hit synergy level 170, so we've maxed out our attack speed bonus, which is the main thing I was looking for. Got 10 skills left to upgrade from 9 to 10. I'm not going to focus on those for now. It's only going to give us an extra 5 vitality and 5 ability rate, which given that we've got vitality and ability rate and just about all our push gear, that's going to be absolutely nothing. I'm completely stoked on coffee and stew, enough to get us through almost to the end of the event. I just did that so I don't have to keep going back and buying and keeping an eye on how long there is left to run on that. 52 minutes left on the 200% EXP booster. What I wanted to share with part of this video series was my sort of thought process and little experiments that I do along the way. So what I want to test right now is, what does Troll 100 look like using the fire build, and what would it look like using Frost Beam? You know from yesterday with an absolute terrible run that I need to make sure that I kill Kara's minions and not let them buffer, or she's going to take an absolute eternity to kill. It's like dropping with passing when you get these
Take down the healer.
ponds. Can't decide which side to run. Then does a little jig and dance instead.
Kill the summoner.
Trying to kill myself.
Now. Fly. Bang. Burn. Still take that. We're not quite yet.
Thanks.
We need it last. Free. Burn. Not ready. Fly.
Got that one. Deal with the minion.
Still recharged. Freeze.
So 132, that's a lot better than yesterday, and Shatter's doing more damage and death from above, which is what we expect. So that wasn't too shabby. It's not fast enough for me to want to farm it and do a boss kill with this build. You know, 3 champion levels at this stage is quite nice. 1875, so 125 to go. In our stash I have absolutely no idea how this is going to go, so the crafted Frostfire sash and the lucky bracer of mastery that dropped. And you know what? I don't trust myself to not get blown to pieces. So I'm putting in some vitality. Oh, skills, we're going to need to stick in Frost Beam. So here we are with 0 practice. And let's see how it goes with Frostbane. This should absolutely rip through Kara when we reach her. Still got fire trinkets, so not ideal. Let's kill them and start rounding up everything else.
Kill the summoner.
Just to round up the map and then start beaming them down. Looks like that's what we are doing.
Not ready. Still recharged. Kaboom! Need it last.
Oh, it was a bad mob phase and 128, so not much difference. I managed to do more shatter than frostbeam. Oh well. I think therefore what I will do is back to fire. Makes me slightly nervous for the push, but I guess I'll get better with the frostbeam and only one vortex as we go along, plus it won't rip straight through mobs. So we're going to go with a fire build, and I will spawn the boss and then abandon for now, so I can maximise my experience and push this up as close to what have we got, 49
Nothing
minutes.
like the forest.
We'll try and get as close to 1950 as possible. We won't get there, but it will be close. So we'll meet back once that's done. Okay, this is what I settled upon, running Troll 102 and then abandoning when the Broken Dragon spawns. It's actually quite a bit of fun, this one. Show you how it goes.
Fly. Strong. Kill the summoner.
It's more fun tanking or kiting things around and just obliterating them in one go.
Not quite.
And having to hunt for more mobs.
Take down. Not ready. I've been looking for you.
And that's it, 1 minute and we get 2 champion levels. So that is the approach I'm taking. It's got us already up to 1905, 36 minutes left, so we'll catch up again later, probably for the end of day wrap up. See you soon. Okay, so end of day 7. I've got 5 minutes left on this 200% booster. I'm going to buy 2 more for tomorrow. So we're still within our don't drop below 1,400 gems target, so that's good. I'm going to stick these in the stash for now, but we'll be using them tomorrow. Champion level 1950. I think it will take about an hour's more EXP farming at 102 and abandoning when the Broken Dragon spawns to get us to 2000 or just beyond. So skills wise, 170 synergy. These things are upgrading very slowly now. I'll probably wait until Sunday and before the event ends to do a whole load of trial 80 runs just to push them to a 180 synergy, just so it's all complete. So the aim for tomorrow is champion level 2000, then we will put on our push gear. We'll aim for Troll 130 tomorrow, just to finish off the rewards from that stage. The amount of time left for the last 3 days, we have 4.5 hours, so an hour and a half on Friday, hour and a half Saturday, and an hour and a half on Sunday. although Sunday hopefully will just be a bit of fun. So that's the plan. If you made it this far and you're still following, or you've watched all the videos so far, thank you very much. Thanks for watching today, and we will catch up again tomorrow.